Season 9 of The Flash is misunderstood. The season was bad for a final season, don't get me wrong, I agree with that. But here's the thing. When fans heard the announcement of another season, at the same time they also heard that it will be the last season of the whole show. So it would make sense that Eric Wallace wrote and treated the final season as a final season, right from the start, right? Not really. Eric Wallace had already begun planning and writing season 9 even before it was officially renewed and announced. And when the season was announced as their final one, most of the direction in the season was already set in stone and changes couldn't have been made. Or if changes could have been made, it was more about scenes and not the actual storyline. But I think fans, and me included, were angry about the season overall, no matter if it was a final one or just a regular one. Many felt that the first 5 episode arc with Red Death was okay at best. That Red Death wasn't as scary as Zoom, and I agree. Red Death should have been scarier, and I think that one reason she wasn't is because they rushed the storyline with these 5 episodes, instead of stretching it out with more episodes like they did in the earlier seasons of the show. If they stretched the storyline more, it could have been more drama and mystery around it all. One episode I really liked in the first half of the season though was the first episode, and that's probably because it was focused on Baron Iris, and they had fun with it. Then these filler episodes were released and really got fans upset. Episode 6 was focused on Cecile and Allegra. Of course they were. I love that we saw an old character from season 4 though, Becky Sharp. Honestly though, they should have had that episode be about Barry finding out that she's alive again and make it emotional for him or something like that. Episode 7 was focused on Iris and Dreamer, and for a last season, not even that was good in my opinion. Then episode 8 came and actually focused on Baron Iris again, but not even that episode felt good compared to episode 1. Because it was a filler, and now that I think about it, kinda the exact concept with time too as episode 1. The last filler was one of the best episodes of the season just because it was focused on Baron Oliver, and the writing was so good. Now the season really began to be good in my opinion. And I can't believe the writing wasn't the same in the beginning of the season. For me the last story arc was really good. It was just sad that it didn't get more episodes to truly explore the possibilities. I think we all can agree that episode 10 was the best episode in this arc. You know, the episode where Barry got teleported back in time, meeting his parents again for the very last time while having to deal with Reverse Flash. This episode just made the story go full circle, and that was a moment fans had been waiting for a long time. The only thing I wish they did differently in this episode was to update the animation for when they were fighting and smash the windows. If that version really is our Barry, then it should have included his updated suit, but no, it sadly didn't. One other way to think of that though could be that it just worked as a nostalgia flashback, but everything else is updated where it needs to be. But still, I just wish they updated the animation for that moment, otherwise the episode was peak. Episode 11 took place while Barry was missing in episode 10, and while it still focused on Barry, I didn't like seeing him vanished for an entire episode in the final arc of the show. Well, most of the episode, because he came back at the end. But don't get me wrong, the episode was still well made. In episode 12 we saw future Team Flash, and I only have one question about that episode. Why didn't they make everyone look older? At least Iris looked older. It's like they didn't have the budget for grey hair or something. That was weird. Barry wasn't missing from our point of view in this episode and forward at least, so that's something. Then came the last episode of the entire show, and I liked it for the most part. Although I would have changed the hero versus villain fight and make it only speedsters instead of having the overpowered Team Flash fight the fastest speedsters alive. I don't mind that Barry shared his speed with other people at the very end. We even heard hints of Max Mercery in season 8 and earlier saw Avery. The only random person there was really Jess Chambers. I don't mind that Barry got the happy ending he deserves, and it was pretty clear from episode 9 that his superhero life wouldn't end anytime soon. Overall, this season wasn't the best, especially for a final season. It was the shortest season and I think they tried to make it cinematic with good quality, but the filler episodes in the middle ruined it for most people, I think. Those filler episodes shouldn't have existed at all, and either they should have stretched out the Cobalt Blue storyline or had another epic villain before the very last one. Yeah, this was my review on The Flash Season 9. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Goodbye!